What's up, everybody? It's Joe La Puma. You are watching the Complex Sneakers podcast. As always, I'm joined by my two co-hosts. To my right, Mr. Matt Welty.
I saw the comments.
Oh, did you? That's how we're starting? To my left, the talk of the internet.
The actual talk.
Mr.
Of the
Upscale
internet.
Vandal. How we doing?
Amazing, man.
How's it going?
And man, what a week. What a week in shoes.
What a 2 weeks. 2 weeks in shoes. Little peek behind the curtain. People don't know. We recorded episode 1 and 2
Back to back.
the same day.
Twofer.
Yes. How we feeling?
Okay.
A lot going on in sneakers this week. I feel like a lot of releases were surrounded by shoes.
Yeah.
I think a little too many shoes, but
I don't think so.
you have a whole stock room here.
We were on a sneaker podcast and there's too many shoes.
I know, but I feel like these close quarters, like, I'm getting a little claustrophobic, to
The
be
one thing I
honest.
like is that at least they're variant.
Yes, and we'll get to some of these. I wouldn't call them really a first look, but we'll get to some of these shoes in a little bit. Episode 3, how are we feeling so far? There's been a lot of comments about the chemistry of the podcast. People thought that we weren't reading the comments because...
Oh, no, I read the comments.
Or you were being, they thought you were being tone deaf by saying on the second episode that the first episode went great.
I still think the first episode went great I thought for the first episode, turning the lights on, turning the cameras on, how many times have we spoke together before that episode?
I mean, in a setting like this, never, probably.
Okay, never. So I thought that the first episode went really well. We have some kinks to work out.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, all the comments were about me. So, I'll address it. Like I said at the beginning of the show.
Careful. Look, now I'm interrupting him. Careful. Tread lightly. We love the fans. It's going to take a little while, but yes, what do you think being in the sneaker echo chamber?
I think that the thing that people fail to realize is I've been in the echo chamber for 20 years.
Okay.
Plus. So, one, I'm never going to pander to an audience, right?
Okay.
I understand that what you guys have built here is beloved, but at the end of the day, YouTube comments are just that. It's comments from people that are watching, and I'll take constructive criticism all day.
Okay.
And I'll listen. And I said even in the the first trailer that we shot, I said I read the comments and we'll be cognizant of what you're saying, but I also just want you to know that's not going to change my perspective, because guess what? I'm fine with that, because you're not going to be liked by everybody, and I'm okay with not being liked by everybody, as long as I stick to the truth, as long as I'm honest about how I feel in my opinions on sneakers. And just know, I'm speaking to an entirely new audience of people in the sneaker world that want to hear or have said what I say. They just don't say it in this setting. So I'm cool. I take the flame with the fire.
I like that you said constructive criticism. Then you went back to that you are going to stay true to yourself. I think that you being on the podcast is definitely a different view than we had with Brendan. And I think, like I said, this is the third time that we've recorded, and we're going to just gel.
I feel like the thing is this, in the sense of we gelling, we're all friends, so we're going to gel in that sense. But if me and Welty, or me and you, or you and Welty's opinions don't clash, that's fine. Not everybody has to like the same thing. And guess what? It's okay for people not to like you. If people don't like me, if people feel, it's not the first time in my career it's happened. So I'm super cool with being on that side of the fence. By the way, a Welty fan base came at me heavy.
I think you're a little mixed, because it's like me and you have known each other in passing, but I don't think you actually really know me. And that's why I was confused, because even on the first episode you said Joe's worked in retail for 8 years. He's got the badge of that. I worked in retail just as long as he did.
I didn't give him the badge for the
know.
retail.
No, but you said he caught the perspective because he worked in retail. I did the same thing for the same amount of years.
See, Matt, I've never not given you your credit. By the way, we saw Brendan Dunn at Clark's.
Yes.
We had a small little reunion for Clark. By the way, it was amazing. We should talk about that and that energy, and also for all the YouTube comments I received. I received a bunch of praise and accolades from those OGs and those guys who are watching and who, feel represented.
I think you have different perspectives, which I think can make for a very good discussion and a very good podcast. The bone I want to pick with you, though, is you saying something like you don't care about shoes. That's bullshit. You
Okay.
do care about shoes. You do care about shoes.
Yeah,
you know how I know you care about shoes? You brought the socks to the shoes that you're wearing
All right, so
today.
for sure, what we didn't dial into, again, because it was 2 episodes in one.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the normal. By the way, God forbid I assert myself on my first episode and like give some people some background. People are like, you talk too much I've not been ever in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on a camera. I want your audience to get to know me, to learn some of my history. And people were saying like, oh, all he does is brag. Well, if it sounds like I'm bragging for me just saying the things I've done in reference to the list we're talking about, then I guess I'm doing something right. Again, you're never gonna win with the internet. This is where I leave my 2 cents. Obviously, I came to bring a different perspective to the show. I'm gonna continue to bring that perspective to the show. I feel like I'm bringing a voice to it that typically doesn't have a big digital footprint. This is like people who are outside, people who are really at some of these kind of cultural moments that we share. And it's not a me versus Welty thing. It's not a
no.
It's a fact that we all have different perspectives on shoes. I have a very passionate perspective on shoes because of where I came from and how I got into the industry and what it did for me in my life, which I feel like the fans will, of the podcast will come to learn over time. And, the dynamic is just me saying, okay, well, I feel that this particular voice is underserviced.
That's fine.
And that was my only stance. As far as us having a dynamic, like, I feel like we should all have, that's what the sneaker community is about. Everybody has different opinions, different tastes, different likes. And it's like, you don't have to like mine, I don't have to like yours. As long as we are still all in this little bubble of things that we fuck with, I feel like it'll be good.
I agree with that. You still haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
You still haven't. No,
hold on.
Just say
I meant to,
it. Just
yeah,
say
I meant
it,
to dial in. I meant to dial in.
You care.
I meant to dial in. I do care, but the reason I'm saying I don't care about shoes is because there's nothing exciting. Nothing excites me. I've lost that super like spark, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of re-enter into the community, because there is a lot of things that I'm involved in that have that footwear aspect, a lot of things that we're doing that, cross over. But to be honest, I want to see if I didn't bring the spark, or if the spark is not, where do I find it? And if it's,
did you find it in the past 2 weeks?
I'm not gonna lie, I found it at Scars.
Okay.
Like, I felt excited about sneakers again at Scars. And granted, a lot of those guys were like OG guys who've been in the, probably not so much of the new sneaker community, but I don't know, that's where I feel most comfortable, and that's
I think that, and we're gonna move on, but I think that the spark, I still have the spark. Like, I live and breathe the spark of sneakers. I don't want to keep saying like I don't believe you or disagree, but I know that you are particular. I think you are super particular about what you like, but as far as like you not caring, I don't agree with that. That's okay. But you also know that the people who are watching this love it. We're going to get into some topics today that it's like this. How do we feel about this? Some people are on this side of shoe sitting. Some people are on this side of, you could get the white cement 4s at the outlets. But I think that on the base level, everyone cares a lot. I think even you care a lot. He obviously cares a lot. This is a thing that we woke up as kids one day and loved sneakers, and now we are fortunate to be on this platform with weekly listeners and for years who follow us, who we appreciate, but also the nucleus is our love of sneakers.
And to me, that's like the beauty of it all, is that like sneakers isn't just one perspective. It's
Yeah,
like you
of course.
don't have to have one background or come from one place or have one inspiration growing up. To me, the great thing about sneakers has always been it's this big community of people from all different walks of life, and sneakers is the medium where it's like we're all able to connect through this one shared passion for footwear. And like that's been like one of the greatest things about doing this for almost 10 years is that you get to meet people from all over the world, from all different backgrounds who you wouldn't have connected with.
Do you think you guys would, you guys watching a game together if it wasn't for sneakers? Come on.
I mean, I don't know.
Here's my question. All right, here's the question I want to pose then again. in the sense of what this little world is, never mind. Do you think, you said there's people on both sides of the spectrum. Do you think I'm the only person, and I obviously you guys do this daily, right? Do you guys think I'm the only person who's fallen out of love with the shoes that we grew up loving in the sense of the way that the game was? I speak for a lot of people that say like, man, it's like that Godfather moment. It's like, look how they massacred my boy. Like, I look at the game now and I can't say I love it the same when it's been drudged the way it has. And I feel like that's why I felt like I had to step up, because I couldn't stand by the wayside and say, well, I'm going to complain about the state of sneakers because it's not how I fell in love with it and what it was to me. But if I'm not involved, then I can't have a say. If I'm not participating as I was before and as active as I was in the previous years, then I can't have a say. This sneaker thing, I'm glad it's a safety net or a harbor for people to find themselves and to express themselves through, but like, it's changed, and I know we're gonna get into that with some of the topics that are happening. So I can't just say, okay, because it's changed, I'm gonna just, hey, everybody's you. It's like, I'm not on that.
I guess I differ that I kind of find good things in the change.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Feel like it's going to be a week 3 of comments. We'll see.
I mean, hey,
okay?
Listen, at the end of the day,
Okay,
I can't be scared of YouTube comments.
Not saying you're scared. Not saying you're scared.
These same people are the people that, will bump into me somewhere and congratulate me and say how, great. It's just YouTube comments. I got to take it with a grain of salt. I've worn that plate of armor before. I'm ready to wear it again.
And they will be able to see you at ComplexCon.
Yeah.
Basically a location drop. Are we going to see you at the concert?
See, if I were to say my history with Complex, then I'm bragging. And
no, we don't need that. We don't need that.
By the way,
yes.
Second Complex Con, you remember?
What, did you headline it?
No, we brought reggaeton, first time ever. Nobody knew. We had Balvin, Bunny, we had everybody.
Speaking about ComplexCon, there's a lot of great drops. We said over 300 releases. One to really keep an eye on, the Humane World for Animals, linking up with Bricks and Wood. Great brand. And they're doing the limited From All Animals with Love collection. They're probably going to do like an animal print. And with the Bricks and Wood stamp, 2 different brands, 2 different backgrounds for a good cause. But I'm looking forward to that one on the ComplexCon floor as well. Get your tickets, complexcon.com, October 25th, 26th. Less than 30 days away. Vegas.
Listen, this year, I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Oh.
Complex Shop has a whole section.
Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set up a dunk tank at ComplexCon for all the commenters.
Yep.
Everyone who commented the past 2 weeks. I'm announcing it now. A dunk tank. And
crazy.
forget logging on. You're going to get a chance to hit the bullseye, and down goes Upscale Vandal.
That would be hilarious.
Have you agreed to that?
You absolutely know there'd be no chance. We do have a section. Complex Shop will have a section.
Yes.
We're going to have the lightest and brightest, best brands out at Complex Shop.
Let's get into what we're wearing.
Yep.
Complex Shop. You're all dripped in Complex Shop?
Yeah, so head to toe Complex Shop. We Are Righteous hoodie, Stila de Amor shorts from Italy.
Okay.
From Italy.
Yeah.
Stila de Amor. I Never Heard of You socks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And the shoes?
On the shoes, so I went with the TED Talk Air Force Ones for the guy that talks too much.
I feel like you just did a TED Talk. I feel like you just did a TED Talk.
Wait, I thought you were the GR King.
Nah, so that's another thing. They're attacking me about being a GR King. Like, you guys got to look at my history. Like, you guys are looking at what I'm wearing on screen. Like, first 3 episodes, I got to come right. So, did the TED Talk, because, I'm the guy who talks too much. So, I did the TED Talk Air Force Ones. I also brought the socks, by the way. Socks
right there.
Yeah. Just so y'all know.
Look,
this is how much I love shoes. Look, you guys say I don't love shoes. I wouldn't have brought the socks that go with my shoes if I didn't love shoes.
Okay. Exactly. He loves shoes. See, he finally agreed 25 minutes into the podcast.
Look
at me, finishing the story like Cody Rhodes, baby.
Fish in the loop.
Okay. Finishing the story. These came from Hibbett Sports on that famous first episode of the new crew.
Yep.
I went through my struggles locking these down, 4 stores. But we're here, got them in full circle in the first 3 episodes to wear these. The Hirachis, love these.
Man, the last time I ordered shoes by Hibbett Sports, they got eaten by the UPS machine, and I'm still
wow.
salty about that.
They would never play with
got
me.
delivered.
They would never play with me like that.
Shout out Lapstone, Brian, and all the good folks over there.
Yes.
This is their exclusive on the Asics 1130.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, look at you. Created a whole mesh trend, despite what
Not
this
me,
guy
but
said.
Yeah, just friends.
I didn't say he didn't start.
I'm just joking. I'm just
Okay.
joking.
I have
Okay.
a question about your Hirachis. Are
Here
you
we
a
go. What are these?
strap-
Are you anointing me? Am I allowed to wear? Okay.
Strap on and off, or always strapped?
I usually do one. I usually do.
I was curious about that.
I usually do one and
then one
Yes,
unstrapped?
yes.
Okay.
But today I don't know.
You kind of went full throttle there.
Yeah, because I
Charlie's
knew I had to
Angels too.
strap up for this podcast, so,
Yep.
so I had to buckle up. So
First up, biggest topic on the internet
wow.
this week, Jordans sitting on shelves. I know it's been a thing for a while. Just to preface it, at the end of last year, people were a little disappointed with, not that shoes, they couldn't buy the shoes, but just they didn't think that the reception of the Legend Blue, Columbia Blue
Yeah,
11s
that's that,
coming
right?
out, it had been a, kind of a continued historical thing where every year or every Christmas for like the past 10 years, pair of Air Jordans would drop, or maybe past 15 years, and sell out instantly, cause riots, all that sort of stuff. And these shoes just sat. This year, we've seen a lot of high heat Air Jordans, Nigel 4s, Awake 5s,
Yes, of
Undefeated
course.
4s, etc. But it feels like outside of that bubble of the really sought after shoes,
Yeah.
that, and aside from black metallic 5s, which were pretty limited too, but a lot of the other Air Jordans, fire red 5s, shattered backboard 1s, which some people consider the greatest non-OG, non-collab Air Jordan 1 of all time, just sitting on shelves.
Well, to that point,
White cement 4s at outlets.
So those are two different subjects,
Yeah.
but I want to talk about the sitting on the shelves. This one for me, kind of like a wake up call. I bought someone the Carolina Blue ones,
Yep.
the reimagines, and I was like, oh, people love these. You know,
Those sat too.
they're still in stores. They're
Yep.
still in stores, and that picture that was like all these Jordans are sitting. I will say one thing, not that I don't believe it, obviously, because even like the new ones that you love, the Cavestone 4 sitting. But I will say, where are they sitting? Where?
Just like big box retailers.
But like what location?
I'm that I'm not
Because
sure.
I did say not that I don't believe it or anything, but like I saw a lot of people saying what store, where.
Yeah.
And like I don't think anyone commented where it exactly is, but it is wild to see Grape
Yeah.
5s 25% off. Fire
That's nuts.
Fire Reds not on sale.
Is
but
it nuts though?
I think
This is alluding to what we were just talking about, and what my stance on sneakers is. This is the reason. This happening is the remnants of years and years and years of just letting everybody just say, yeah, come on in. Let's volumize shoes. Let's retro every colorway. Let's bring these back sooner. Let's put more pairs into more allocations, into more places where they will sit. That's a great question. Where will they sit? Remember on the other episodes we talked about the Amaminair sitting at one of the stops on the tour. I don't know what city that was.
Yeah.
But I went to every sneaker store in every major city, like boutique-wise, in the past 60 days. You know, from politics to corporate to Hibbett's to in every city, because that's what you do when you're on tour and you're bored. You get there, you go see what shoes is where. There's all shoes sitting everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's people who only are buying hype. People only care about collabs. People only, and for the people that go into get these shoes that they can get them and they can be accessible, that's fire, right? But obviously we've oversaturated so much where now you could get them on a discount, and it's devalued you wearing, like, I see everybody wearing cement 4s now, like whether it's a new pair or old pair or B pair, like they're kind of everywhere. You know what I mean? And it depreciates how special these shoes are, and it lets people disrespect them like that.
But what would you have done, say, like, okay, Aqua 8s, right?
Yeah.
They were more limited than the ones that are sitting, right? This batch of Jordans.
Yeah.
And so were the black metallic 5s.
Yeah.
How would you have handled the stuff that's sitting? Do you think it's just?
What do you mean?
Would you have made them more limited to that
as-
allotment, or do you think it's just the state of what's going on?
It's so tough because it's like, I mean, in number one, we're people who are out here who are like cultural commentators on these things, viewing it from like the sneakerhead lens, and though we do have some knowledge of the inner workings of the business, we're not exactly people who are like product line managers and creating allocations for brands and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like our insight isn't always like 100% the same view lens as, you know, running a multi-billion-dollar multinational business is. But I don't know. I feel like it's tough because it's like they obviously have margins and revenue goals, because the same people who are like Jordans are sitting, right, are the same people who are like, man, Nike stock is down. This is bad too. And it's like, well, how do you get the stock and the value back up? You know, it's like you have to sell more shoes. So it's like, so how do you sell more shoes? It's like you get the retros that you think people want and make more of them.
Mm-hmm.
So is the goal to like be like, hey, we're going to limit all the cool shoes that people actually want.
Yeah.
And then try to hope that we can blow out some white Air Forces or just Air Jordan 1 lows, et cetera, to make up the margin numbers, or just make more of the cool stuff in hopes that, you know, it's going to rise the whole boat. I don't know.
What's been the most surprising shoe? I
Shattered
know that,
backboards.
Okay.
But ones are, I don't want to say ones are dead, but like ones are like on life support through the rinse and repeat cycle they had.
Crazy.
But the ones
to hear that, you know, I
well,
agree
it's
with
also
you.
because during the pandemic, everyone, even Nike has said, they rinsed the Dunks and the Jordan 1s. So that effect could be why ones are sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Grape 5s at 25% is off.
I feel like on sale is nuts.
It's kind of
Can I
jarring.
ask y'all a question? So, again, you know, every episode is going to be an homage to Clark in one way or another. And Clark used to say, he used to be very vehement about this thing. And this was heavy during the Sneaker Pimps days. I actually have a video of him giving this exact rant at Sneaker Pimps Terminal 5.
The one they wouldn't let me in.
Yeah.
You didn't get into that one?
Remember I told you they played me on the line?
So that Sneaker Pimps, he kind of went on this infamous rant where he basically says, like, you know, stop letting the brand and the retailer dictate what you guys do as consumers, right? If you go to a store, and this is obviously years ago, it was 2009, 8 or whatever, and this was when stores were early in getting the courage to say, like, okay, this shoe's box price is whatever, but we're gonna double it because we know that everybody's lining up, and we're gonna backdoor some shoes. It was early in this kind of world of these stores playing the games. Obviously, the brands have cracked down on that, making sure like you can only charge box price and you're not overcharging whatever. So Clark used to say, like, if you go in the store and the shoe is $189 and they're telling you it's $350 or $300 or whatever, and you tell them, I'm not buying it, and the guy behind you is not buying it, and that whole line that was outside didn't buy it and didn't budge, they can't do nothing with that shoe. They're not. It's going down. That's it. If you tell them no, if you stand on your moral principles, say, yeah, I'm not going, and we all collectively do that, it changes the game. They got away with years and years and years of them doing this, and people say, oh, well, you know, whatever. It's accepted, and now it's gotten to this point where it's too far gone to say what you should be doing is say, I'm not buying that shit. Put some money into innovating something new, putting a new silhouette out that you don't have to go and rinse me back into the silhouettes that you already are killing.
I get that, but also I think the counter to that would be like innovative technology. Sometimes it takes years for people to catch up to, and like.
And if you put all your eggs in one basket, it's like.
Well, the other thing is like, let's answer this really quick. Do you think that a black metallic 5 releasing and people going after it crazy?
Yeah.
Versus a Grape 5 releasing, did you think that one people would? I think I paid over retail. They sold out for the black metallic 5.
They also made way less of them.
Okay, but I'm saying exactly. But I'm also saying, like, would we ever think the fall off between those two shoes would be this much?
I think it's like, you know, it's hard to look at it just like in a snapshot, because I feel like if you look at it through like the historical lens of like. The Grape 5 first came out in 1990. You know, fresh prints, etc.
Yep.
All the styles back then, it made sense because it's the ultimate like 90s shoe. It's white, purple, and teal. And then when the shoe retroed, for the first time in 2006. That was also that era too of people like trying to dress like the 90s again and wearing all the bright colors and everything. I feel like we're not in that era anymore where it's like a shoe like that coming out, even though it has the historical value, people just don't want to dress like that 90s retro anymore.
How many
in
times
a black
have they
metallic
dropped the grape versus the metallic?
I think the black metallics come out more.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Because
just
I
feel
felt
like a great.
the grape, I feel like what took the grape down that level of a drop off was, if I'm not mistaken, they did like 2 iterations that were a little bit like.
Well, they've done multiple like iterations,
Yeah,
but like
the
Black
black suede
Metallics
one.
came out in 2000. They also retro the same time that the
No, I remember they
the
did
grape-
one
They
with
did the
like
black
no
suede.
like no laces.
yeah,
That-
like
yeah.
that was the
slip
Fresh
on.
Prince.
The Fresh
Yeah,
Prince one.
like I don't
just-
know. I definitely feel that drop off is way drastic than I would have expected
Yeah.
to. But again, nothing surprises me from the Jordan camp when it
But
comes.
what
to
about
how
white
they-
cement 4s?
Yeah, so let's get to the white cement 4s at outlets. Jacques Slade did a great video
Yeah.
on it.
Shout out,
and
Jacques.
yeah, and basically I think he was responding to like, oh, the chase is gone or something like that.
Yeah,
He was basically responding people saying the chase is gone. White cement 4s, a classic shoe. Some people would say, and we would say, an iconic shoe, right?
But wasn't he also kind of saying too that like, why would you complain about going into a store and finding one of your favorite sneakers on discount?
In the outlets, but I think that we had this discussion this morning. Like even Jordan sitting in big box retailers, you felt was different than seeing them at outlets.
Yeah, I mean, if it's sitting at retail, that's one thing. But if it's like Jordan Brand's basically like saying this shoe isn't going to sell regardless, and we're just going to ship it to the outlets, it's like we have no faith in the product and just need to get it out of here. That's kind of nuts.
I did agree with Jacques where like if everyone could get it, I think maybe this is what you disagree with. If everyone could get a pair of white cement 4s, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
really
you don't
excited
wanna
to
wear
see
them.
that. That's not true. Well, I don't wear white.
yeah,
but
white
if it was,
unicorns, yeah.
but here's what I would say: if it was a bread 4, I would get 4 pairs at the outlets.
What if the leather bread 4s that came out recently?
Would
The
I
ones
get a
from-
pair
Yeah, would you be hyped on that?
at the outlets?
Yeah.
Not 4 pairs, but I would probably get a pair. That doesn't affect me. Like, oh, these are at outlets, I can't wear them.
No,
I would
I'm
get
saying, like,
multiple
you-
pairs.
Same. I mean, I might get a pair of whatever my favorite shoe is. I'm gonna stock up on it. What I'm saying is though, would you, if there's cement 4s on the shelves, they've obviously flopped, and everybody has them. You're not wearing a cement 4. I
That's
mean,
not
you're saying
true.
never the white. Let's say bread. Let's say if the bread 4 was in this same situation right now. Let's just hypothetical. I don't think it'll ever get there because it's just too iconic and too special. But let's just say it happened. You would definitely fall back from wearing bread 4s for at least
I think
I would buy them.
6 times.
I
You'll
think-
buy them, but you're not wearing bread 4s for that whole year.
I
Nah,
don't know.
I already know you
No,
won't.
because I think bread 4s and black cement 3s, I think
there's
are
nothing they can really do to it to like
Yes.
make you
Yes.
think less of the shoe.
yes.
But they can to the white cement.
Well, I don't wear white.
No, I think.
What
but,
about you?
But I don't know. But I don't think it has. To me, it doesn't have anything to do with what I think about the white cement 4. I think it's more of a commentary on people
It
are
is,
being
yeah.
like, what's happening to the sneaker industry right
That
now.
those are at outlets.
Rather than people being like, I don't like that shoe because it's at outlets. It's more so like, man, is Nike really in that bad of a place? And I think a lot of people aren't talking too, where it's like the economy really isn't
Yes,
a place
that-
for everyone.
there was a lot of comments on
where
that.
it's like not everyone has $225 to go out and spend on a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think that the industry is just in a place where it's finally feeling the ramifications of the rinse and repeat model and kind of everybody just being accepting of whatever's thrown at them. But, I feel like there's a lot of silhouettes coming from other brands and other categories, and I feel like that maybe is what the last 5 to 10 years of sneaker has been, where it's like the other brands, the third, fourth, and fifth brands are now becoming more formidable to be the front runners. And maybe it's time for Nike and Jordan, even if their sales will always be number one, their trend-setting ability will maybe have to take a back seat for the next decade of sneakers.
Well, if we're tired of all of these
Yeah, I
Jordans
know.
sitting on shelves, we're going to be extra tired of the fact that there are 9 different Air Jordan 11s coming out for the 30th anniversary. I made a comment the other day saying that to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Air Jordan 11, Jordan Brand decided to finally kill the sneaker.
That was a little harsh.
It was kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Okay. Just saying.
It's kind of a joke. But it's like you have the 30th anniversary of the Air Jordan 11. There's a bunch of shoes coming out for different cities. Atlanta, Tokyo, there's a China shoe, etc. There's a Mojave one that kind of looks like a Travis Scott Air Jordan 4. There's a H-Town Houston one. But the centerpiece of the Air Jordan anniversary is the bring back of the Gamma 11s, which is like...
Yeah, a shoe that you... Didn't Dunn hate that one too?
I feel like
Not
you weren't
everyone.
a lover of that shoe.
I wasn't a lover of the shoe, but I bought them and I liked them.
But it's just like... There's that Rare Air one, the white and blue with the red or orange that looks like a fake pair of Jordans from back in the day.
That's the one that's going viral.
Yeah, the white and blue.
The white and blue one, yeah.
But it's just like... Do you guys think that, because we saw with the Legend Blue 11s that those sat on shelves, that this is like the right way to celebrate the 11? It's like the most, I feel like it's the most sacred of Air Jordan silhouettes.
I do agree that it felt like always the 11th. It was like Black Friday or Christmas Eve. Is that true?
23rd
23rd
of December.
of December was always the big 11.
Yep.
I remember that. I see your point where like 9 seems like a lot, especially because I remember it was like as much of a mainstream thing like the 23rd, the new 11s come out. Whether it was 7210s, Gamma Rays, we could debate, but like sometimes it wasn't even like
But every
sometimes
year is breads,
I know
cool
breads.
grays.
I know, and but I was saying
Concords.
even people were like 7210s. They were like around that yearly release. It was a big thing. So to see 9, I could see your point, but
And none of them are like real hitters.
the purple are fire. The purple are fire.
We're gonna see you in those.
I'm a, like
I might.
my 11 history is shaky. Like I understand it. I respect it. I've never been able to pull off a pair.
Oh,
They just don't look right on my feet.
wow.
When's the last time
have-
you wore a pair of 11s?
I have
Long time.
I have the primes, right? Like I have the primes.
Mm-hmm.
I have the DMP pack. I have all of the primes for sure.
Yeah,
None of them are worn.
I haven't
So,
worn them in a while.
But there's
I
still always
feel-
like a centerpiece of
Yeah.
someone's sneaker collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them just like I said because I respect the shoe. I love it. I've never been able to get it off with a fit in the sense of how I like.
Oh, the king is human.
No, I'm just saying, like I've never been. But the fact that we did 9, and the reason I've never been able to fully get into, I feel like the 11 is because of the lore, like you just said, right? It has so much lore. Every colorway from the cool gray to the Carolinas, they have a lot of lore. This to me is like the first time they're like trying to. It seems like they're adding, but they're chipping away at the lore because I feel like the silhouette is too sacred to add beads.
Because even with the when the Gamma 11s came out, that's the way people felt. Where they were like, we wanted the cool grays to come out, or something like that instead of, they wanted like the Columbias to come out instead of those. And it's like people want those certain shoes with it because those shoes have so much history behind them. But when I said that online, someone had posed the question to me, but they go, but then why are you okay with what they're doing with the Air Max 95 right now? Because they're making a million colorways Air Max 95. And my take is that the Air Max 95 and Air Max shoes in general were shoes that were made to be flipped in like a million colors. It's like something about the silhouette just works better with just changing the color, changing the bubble. When you start taking the Jordan 11 with the patent leather toe and making it like a suede upper and changing everything to it, the shoe just looks like cheap.
I feel like the parameters that Jordan brand is in that they try to break out of the constraints of is like the storytelling of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So like all the colorways have a very specific story, and then they try to extrapolate other stories when they create new designs of what happened during this game and this all these little backstories. But I feel like the 11, it's hard to stretch those stories. So when I see like beads on a collar or it doesn't represent
I hear that.
anything Jordan-esque, and it falls short of storytelling to me. So like the 95, like you said, like it doesn't have nobody's story. So you can paint any canvas on it. This is very tied to somebody's legacy, somebody's aesthetic, somebody's, their movies. So you coming out with like, the only one I'm cool with ever is the Derek Jeter suede play.
And that made sense. But that made
so much
It's
sense.
like it's to celebrate someone who's so tied to Jordan brand.
Right.
What if they did 3 core colors for the 30th anniversary?
That'd be awesome.
Not 5. I was thinking
I just
what
think
if they did
material
5?
plays. Like I think that's something that Jordan doesn't do enough of is like, hey, why don't you guys put the shoe on the pedestal it originally was on in some way, shape, or form for a release. Like Lux Pack Air Force Ones when they did crocodile and alligators and they were $1,000 or $2,000. Like some of these shoes were that. They were the first, you know, in their first iteration, first time they wore, you know, what was those they did this for 5s, 6s,
the
bins, right? Yeah. Championship packs and all that, where they used Italian leather and they were $400 or whatever. Like when it comes to silhouettes and colorways of this shoe, I feel like that's the only acceptable celebration type shoe. Is like, hey, make the patent leather, the original Italian tuxedo, whatever they want to do. Like when they start getting into like treatments and colors, like you lost me.
Talking about shifting, there's been a lot of Jordan talk for the past half hour.
And I saw Michael Jordan 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he did.
Where did you see Michael Jordan?
At a NASCAR race.
Yeah.
He was
That's crazy.
he was sitting in the suite right next to me. My dad goes, he looks over to me and goes, because you can see like the clear glass, like who's in the suite next to you. And 2311 was in the suite next to us. Shout out to people at NASCAR for taking me out there to New Hampshire, take my dad to the race, whatever. But I looking like that's Michael Jordan. And then as we're leaving, because I'm looking over at him the whole time, because you can't be sitting 20 feet from Michael Jordan and not look at him every like 45 seconds.
As a fact.
Did you say 45 because he came back wearing the 4-5?
Yeah.
Hold on, though. You know why I love this? Respectfully, I love this more for your dad than I love it for you. Okay? I love that you take your dad to an event that you got, you know, tickets for.
Yeah.
And then he's just in the suite. You know, sometimes I look over to the suite left and right. I see some of the ops, you know?
Yeah.
And you get to see Michael Jordan. And your dad gets to see Michael Jordan. He must have literally smiled like a proud father.
Yeah.
Literally.
So yeah.
And he had the Tokyo 5s on, crushed it.
So the guy's like, if MJ would have looked over and gave Welty like the nod,
yes.
Oh man.
So we were
share a cigar with the guy.
We were leaving, and my dad would he paused a second because Michael Jordan was coming out, and he knew he was coming out, and he's like, I don't want to walk past him because he knows that obviously the whole sneaker thing. So we get a beat, and Michael Jordan's just walking in front of us, and I'm just like, because I saw him he had walked past me at the last NASCAR race. But obviously, I've never spoken to Michael Jordan. Didn't speak to him on this occasion, but Michael Jordan's 10 feet in front of you, walking down the hallway, and then we pause to get to the elevator, and he gets in the elevator, and I start he's wearing the Tokyo 5s that I record him, and then his team was like, they paused, they put the hand out, and they're like, you guys can wait for the next elevator.
Also, no-show socks with the Tokyo 5s.
Yeah.
He crushed it.
Yeah.
He crushed it.
MJ was wearing the Tokyo 5.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was
no.
Michael Jordan was he comes out of the suite, and I just look down, and Michael Jordan's in the Tokyo 5s, and I'm like, this is a moment.
That was awesome. Talking about materials and colors that we were just talking about.
Oh, you go first.
We're going here. Another hit rate success. Let's see if this is the.
This is the one. This is the one.
Yeah. Okay. A little look-see. Our guy did it again. What's the hit? Look at the Action Bronson. These haven't dropped yet. 992.
Yeah.
The brown one.
Cosmic Rose.
Cosmic Rose. The brown one's dropped. Come on. This is.
It's funny because I said in the unboxing video, you look at his shoes and they don't make sense.
That's what we've always said. That's because he's an artiste. You see him in the studio in Williamsburg. He's painting, and then you're like, what is this going to be? And then, listen, I want to commission some of it. Look at he always mixes colors that somehow work amazing. Look at even the sole with the blue on it. It's a broken record. I've said it every time that we unveil a new shoe or talk about a new shoe.
People are going to call you a homer or
I don't care.
A homer?
I don't care.
What's that mean?
They're just because Bronson's been on our programs and stuff that they were bigging him up just because.
No, I don't.
What's a homer though? I'm unfamiliar with
a home team fan.
It's biased.
Okay.
Biased. Those are awesome.
I'm trying to learn the.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't get the brown ones. I didn't get the brown ones, so I can't be that much of a homer.
But you do have them behind you.
I do have them.
I think we said this on the collab list. Bronson just decides to really. I don't know, his DNA of design is just very intrinsic to him and doesn't follow any guidelines or I don't know. It's so out the box, like you said, but it's so him. And that's that's what I love about it. I can't look at this shoe and mistake it for any other collaborator from the brand or I can't just look at this and say this might be this other thing. If I look at these two colorways they scream Action Bronson. And I think that's really hard to do in today's.
I always surmise his shoes as like, there's been so many times I've tried to do Nike ID, like my own colorways. They always come out terrible. It's like he is a master at New Balance ID.
Yeah.
Because like Nike ID and New Balance, and you know, like when you create your own colors, it's always like, these are going to come out terrible. Always takes, I would call them like risks, matching all these different colors, mismatching all these different colors, but they always work. This one, I need. When is this one coming out?
This one we don't know yet.
I need this.
I need this. Early. This one came. People got it online. This one hasn't come out yet. But
I'm gonna be honest. I like this one better.
Do you? So here's the other thing that happens with Action Bronson sneakers. I feel like I always like the one better that the majority like the other color better. Which one do you like? Because the Mets one versus the...
you know what? See, I don't... I'm looking at it right now, and I feel like this is the one that, like, people are going to want. And maybe you wear that one on, like, stage or something, like Complex Con. But I feel like that one's, like, it just pops.
This?
No.
I feel
like you like that one?
I feel like this one's the one because it's the most, I guess, in line with what you may see from something of New Balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're hiking. It gives you some of that, but then he just kind of like throws the whole left field. I don't know. This screams him. It screams like workout. It screams. It just gives me a lot of like different feelings, nostalgia.
Joe, you know
nuance.
He criticized me for once. This is like 20.
Upscale?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
what else?
This is like 20. This is like 2017. I get invited on a press trip to go to the New Balance factory in Maine, which is like an awesome like experience or whatever. Yeah. So I'm on a press trip with New Balance.
Was he on it?
No, but I posted a picture about it, and I'm wearing New Balance shoes because I'm on a New Balance press trip with New Balance, going to their factory. And he goes, "Why are you wearing New Balance shoes? That's corny. That's
is that true?"
He goes, "That's I don't know if he put that's corny, but he basically said to me,
I definitely didn't put that's corny.
Time out. He always adds some sauce.
Yeah, I didn't say that's corny because I don't say that's corny.
He says to me, he goes, "That's like going to a concert and wearing the band T-shirt."
You were wrong on that one.
Why?
He's going to.
I didn't know he was on. You didn't tell me you were on a presser. I thought you went to go like I'm not.
But regardless, it was like even if I wasn't on a press trip, if I got invited to go to the factory.
Well, you were also corny for wearing competing brand to the.
See, I do the opposite. And
but that you did it to prove a point, like you were standing up, and it was stupid. But
I mean, my whole thing is like I also, I'm never going to wear the band shirt to the band.
So what shoes did you wear to your Puma meetings?
I would wear other shit. To be honest, and that's a
lie.
That's not true.
Wait, you wore competing brands to Puma? No.
Bro, please ask about me. I'm not saying I wore them every time, but I would wear whatever I wanted to Puma because my whole thing with Puma was reminding them that like they had to fight for that same space that they wanted to we're number 3 in the footwear market. I'm like, you are? Where? So my whole thing was like be very cognizant that like the shoes that I decide to wear, I'm not going to just pop out and say, I'm going to wear Puma because nah, that was actually a part of my contract.
That you were allowed to wear whatever? Oh,
I didn't have no exclusivity, no brand exclusivity for me as a person. I'd wear what I want.
Damn, even in Berlin, he wasn't giving passes. Look,
you think it was
just him?
Also, I know I usually don't say this, but shout out Puma for once. For just recently, you can go watch it online. The interview I did with Salehi and Tyrese Halliburton. Awesome to see Mr. Emery Jones there as well in the mix. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Next up, speaking about basketball shoes and doing new things, I think I don't want to say unanimously, but a lot of people are giving him best dressed in the NBA. Shai Gilgeous, he has 3 upcoming colorways. I think these will drop by now.
Let me see them.
This one is inspired by his wife's eye color.
Like that. I heard these are very comfortable. I haven't done a on-court wear test yet. Maybe I will do that in the next couple weekends at the local YMCA, and I'll report back, okay?
This one's inspired by his mom's wardrobe, the Charm Pair.
All black? Triple black?
People are saying this is big JLP shoe.
Might be. Let me see. If I'm getting buckets in the 3-on-3 tournament at Complex Con?
I mean, I just love the fact that this is a Converse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time that we had a lifestyle conversation about Converse?
these are for you. You can keep these.
What?
Oh, even
Oh,
after
wow.
he said
Yeah, look,
that you're
doing
not
nice-
stamped?
Doing nice
Oh.
things out here.
Wow, is he
Thanks.
stamped now?
Is this my first official Complex Sneakers gift? Oh, the baby blue. Is this like a test to see if I could get these off, or?
No, just they had sent the shoes. And,
Oh, nice.
We
and
heard
they
you had
said-
a rough couple weeks on the internet, so
I-
give me
listen,
a gift.
I had no rough nothing. I've had a pleasant time. Hey
And those-
man, shout the Converse, shout
Nice.
to Shay. These is hard. I'm gonna get these off for sure. I
Those
could
ones are
definitely get these
inspired
off.
by his brother Mossy, and I guess a pair of fake sneakers that he used to wear back in the day.
A pair of fake sneakers that his brother used to wear.
Yeah, yeah. and
Okay,
he
okay.
kinda
okay.
Can
made,
we get SGA on sneaker shopping? How many cameras do I have to spike the lens? Come on, maybe All-Star Weekend. Let's make it happen.
And then, so we always have this conversation. I was at the SGA event at Kith, Toronto. For the record, the JLP was on the menu, and I did eat it.
Hey yo, in Toronto.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Sheesh.
yeah.
Overseas eating the JLP is wild, but
is
okay.
wild.
Well,
I
I
was-
wasn't.
we
I
appreciate
wasn't.
the
I wasn't
support.
over. I wasn't
Ours-
over any seas. I was just over the border.
That's
but,
what I meant. Okay. Okay.
But
Cross.
Yeah,
border,
overseas. He's
cross
right.
border.
He's right. He's right.
but you know what? I rate it.
Okay, what was it?
It has coconut in it.
What do you rate it? 7
out
out of 10?
It was tasty. I mean, I had no complaints on it.
What do you rate it out of 10?
I'd say it was a good 8.
Okay. Okay. I think that the P&Ls have come back after Q3, and I think my ice creams are going up. I will be in Chicago for the new Kith opening. I will report back if my ice cream made it on that menu. I haven't heard anything, so probably not looking good. But happy that it's on the menu at Toronto. Happy that you enjoyed it. Your elevated palate, okay? I know that you... Listen, this guy, forget it. It's like a regular Christian Petroni on the chop desk. Doesn't this remind you a little bit of the Flight Posit, looking at it like that?
People were saying it looked like Answer 4s.
I swear I was just about to say this is giving me Allen Iverson.
Yeah, that's the one that people say a lot, but like I feel like this material a little bit, Flight Posit.
Yeah. I like the thing I liked about it I had mentioned is that
It's like a neoprene.
that these are all just simple base colorways, and you would say that sometimes, hey, there's not much story there, but he can just take these simple shoes and actually interweave some of his life story between them.
I think my favorite thing about it is just, again, we're talking about basketball shoes.
Yeah.
You know, I think we said this last episode, like, for people to get an on-court shoe that you could wear off-court or that's respected or that, like, you know, again, the AE1 is, I think, prime example.
Yep.
I think this is the closest thing we've seen to that level of success for an on-court shoe. I think the design speaks to who he is. When I see the shoe, I definitely see his style, and I feel like when I see a collab shoe or a signature shoe, I can tell who was sitting in every meeting, who was going through every revision, and then who was just like, yo, here's what we got. And they're like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could tell like he kind of went through that process with them. I do also like the tonal approach.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, like it kind of just having that one color feel. Every color feels like a different shoe. And I jam with it. What's the price point of this?
$130.
Oh yeah, they smoking. They gonna smoke with this. I feel like this is also a get fly shoe. Like if you know how to dress, which again is a huge point, obviously to me. If you can't listen, I'm gonna say this again. The GR King talking.
Oh, here we go.
GR
We
King
almost
says-
made it.
How many weeks do you think before he actually wears a pair of GRs?
No, I'm not. I'm probably not gonna ever wear a GR on the show. But again, that doesn't not make me a GR King. If you see me outside in some GR shit, the thing that I want to really drive home is like the internet is the internet. Real life is real life. You can see me outside, you know what's up outside. But this particular being a GR, I think like in the GR space, I feel like it gives you a lot of options to get fly with. Like those black and those tan, like you could get fly with that shoe for $130. I'm really rocking with the shades.
We also have another shoe.
Yeah.
Speaking of non-tonal sneakers.
Speaking of
Let's hope the desk doesn't fall over.
Yeah.
And speaking of going back to Jordan brand, now number 1 on our collaborator list, right?
Yep.
Cactus Jack, but we got a special iteration. Now, very important to always point out who the director of vibes are.
Okay.
Your man Chase B has been directing vibes all over the world
Perplexed?
for the last, I don't know how long. Ever since you've seen Travis, you've seen Chase. And for him to get,
You can see on the sole on that one.
yeah, come on, man.
A Chase B party. Have you
Shout
ever?
out Chase B. Do you guys know what Chase B does as far as like curating
There's
vibes?
also, if you want to open it up too, there's a bag in
wow.
there as well.
I wish it came with a playlist.
Yep.
So these are the T-Rexes.
Yep.
Cactus Jack Chase B edition. Comes with the Chase B bag. You know what I'm
Shouts to our
saying?
boy Chase B. We support anything.
Listen, man, anything Chase is on. Travis's squad has had a phenomenal year. Aside from Travis, we got
Easy.
we got Easy.
Yep.
17s with
We
the
got-
DNA gloves.
We got
Yep.
the Travis. I mean, we got the, what are these called? The
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
You can see it on the side of the box, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all these real quick. The T-Rex Jacks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm new to unboxing on this.
Yeah,
thing,
look,
but-
you fumbled the laces. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But they have some. I wonder what these little design features are. These little looks like some Asian writing.
Yeah, those comes on. That's on all the T-Rex shoes.
On all the T-Rexes?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That thing.
But
we're
also
hearing like a.
We're also saying too. The funny part is that like little bit of a Yeezy colorway on it. Little bit.
No.
No, that's
I
what
don't see. Just because of this, maybe.
Glow in the dark.
Well, with the I know it's not the same shade, but with the pink, with the glow in the dark.
I don't see Yeezy colorway besides the glow in the dark sole, but
And I've always thought, and that's me, but I always thought that shoe has a little bit of Air
Yeah,
Yeezy,
I could see it.
Air
I
Yeezy
could see it.
DNA.
I
I know
don't
I got hate for that when I first said it.
what, the
just the
cap?
just the silhouette.
The T-Rex.
Yeah, it has a little bit of
That's-
Yeezy DNA in it.
that's fine. But I don't think this colorway doesn't scream Yeezy to me at all.
Okay.
Do y'all have any of these?
I don't. The pair that
This is
I've
the one they went
always
crazy
seen.
for at ComplexCon, right? Last year.
I don't know.
Oh.
The pair that I always see that looks really good on feet is the black and brown pair.
Yeah.
It,
Oh,
like,
the yeah.
it, like I've seen fits together where it's like subtle and looks really, really good.
I'm a sucker for straps on shoes. Like,
Oh,
if a shoe has a strap, 1, 2, cross, like anything in that Bo Jackson, Air Raid, Hirachi
Are you wearing it
feel
like this?
is like a cheat code. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Maybe. Yeah, I think those are gonna drop sometime, like a couple
or-
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things about these collabs is like, you know, it really sets precedent for creatives that don't have, say, a traditional talent or gift, right? Like,
Yep.
for Easy to do what he's been able to do and be a creative across multiple platforms, right? His creative direction helps musicians,
Yeah.
it helps galleries, helps brands. Obviously, Chase is a DJ, but he's a creative as well, you know, and that's not a normal medium, you know, for a DJ to get a shoe, even in any space, even, you know, obviously having the Travis connection, but, you know, it really, me as a creative, like, seeing these people get their own shoes and make this type of impact and like it being with prestigious brands, like, to me is it's just like what I want to see. I'd rather
Yeah.
see more people like that getting shoes than, you know, another athlete or a celeb.
Last thing, you know who else is getting a shoe?
Me?
Kim Kardashian.
Yes, Skims. We confirmed.
Shout out Bree Walker.
Yes, last week we confirmed that a Kim K Skims Nike is coming,
Sheesh.
and we had that big launch. Great interview by Bree. Go check that out if you haven't seen. I'm excited.
Original silhouette, it looks like too.
Yeah,
Because she's saying it's not like anything you've ever seen before. She's not just taking a shoe and putting her spin on it.
I'm interested to see it. I'm interested. We gonna see you in a Skims ensemble? You go to the gym. Why not? Why not?
Maybe. I don't know. I always
Maybe it's still crazy.
No, I feel like
I would,
I
maybe.
always say out there.
Welty Skims.
No, I'm one of the
Welty Skims
one
is
of
wild.
the biggest Kim fans.
Yes.
Super Armenian bias.
Yes.
Have to put that out there. But and I always love support things that she does, etc. But you know, I mean, I don't think I could do. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
You don't
Step
think you
out
can
of your
do what?
comfort zone. Step out of your comfort
Not
zone.
you're saying because of like the fit. a little bit too.
I would like to see the shoes. You know, I mean, like I need to look at maybe what some of the men's wear is. Some of the obviously.
I feel like all those Skims. I mean, maybe not the tights, but all those Skims, big JLP fit. Saturday morning.
Yeah, not a big compression guy myself, but
what pieces are you saying would be?
Just kind of like the
leggings with the built-in
not
thong
the
in them.
leggings no, not those, but like the aesthetic, the like triple black.
You like just the layering and tonal aspect
fire
of it.
with the dark shades.
Listen,
the dark shades.
Can we just give Yeezy season 2 and 3 all of their respect for Skims' entire palette, though, or no? Are we not going to talk about
all of it? I don't know all of it, but Skims is popping. She's crushing it.
But
and
is that not an ode to
people
Yeezy?
say that.
Okay.
People say that all the time.
Yeah.
But I know it's not in the offerings, or she had maybe not said that it's not an Air Max 95 because Kim, big Air Max
lookbook.
Big Air Max 95 fan, or has worn them. She wore the pink pair. If they do a Skims Kim K Air Max 95 men's sizes, we doing it, Joe?
For sure.
Yes.
There's no way he's saying no to that.
Yes. Why not?
I would do it too.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to hold you to it.
What would you say is the best Air Max 95 designer collaboration?
Stash.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Although I know it's not a designer collab, but that new Harajuku Air Max 95.
I'm all over those.
So Stash and Harajuku are the two.
Not the best.
Those just got teased. Triple black upper with the 3M with the 3M in the neon sole on it.
My favorite of the designer collabs is the Tishi.
Tishi.
The 97 Air Max Tishi. You know.
No.
No?
No. This mid one?
The one with the high collar?
No.
No?
Not feeling that.
For real?
You
wore those a lot.
No, I didn't. I never wore these.
Let me see what you're looking at.
I never wore them.
You never wore those?
No.
Can you turn it?
I never wore these.
Those are rough.
Oh, okay.
You didn't jam with those either?
Wow, we started the podcast with some disagreement. We're ending the podcast with some disagreement.
Damn, I wonder who else didn't like those.
It wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me, but no.
I think that's the best Air Max, to me, the best Air Max designer collab.
Really?
Yeah.
But high fashion?
Yeah, like designer.
I have 95, some of my favorite.
Stash.
The OG Stash, Coral Studios, crack.
Yeah. Atmos.
Yep, Atmos. That's another topic. Those new 95s, the Harajuku, need those. Big JLP shoe.
Yeah.
Black leather, big bubble.
JLP shoe.
You already know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, I think, listen, we got a lot off our chest. Let's see what they have to say.
Yep.
Third episode. Just let me look into the camera. Third episode. Do you know how long it takes to gel, to do things? This is only the third time we've done it. I'm not copping, please. I feel great about it. I always say at the end of the podcast, let us know in the comments how you feel. Maybe this week, dial it back a little, but not really. Always want to hear from the fans. Always want to take their feedback. Feel good about this episode. Felt good about the first one.
I felt good about all three, man. Like I said, it's a learning curve. It's the
Work in
first time on a
progress?
podcast. I'm down to hear all of your constructive criticism.
All right. Feel good about it.
Don't mean I'm going to take to it, though.
We'll work on it.
Well, then it's not constructive.
Well, we're going to work on it. We already got him to admit that he does care about shoes and like shoes. So.
Oh, I love shoes.
And you care about them.
I love shoes.
And he cares about them. All right, everyone. This has been the Complex Sneakers Podcast. We hope everyone has a great weekend. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you next week.